All right, so we're going to welcome back an individual that has delighted us many times in the past. Let's give a huge welcome to Ben Seidman. Ben is from Los Angeles. He's appeared in Penn and Teller, Full Us. He's guest starred on the Netflix Brainchild show, and he's been the resident magician at one of the very famous Las Vegas big hotels. Let's give a huge welcome to Ben, and make sure you have your deck of cards with you.
Hello, everyone. Oh, hi. So nice to see you again. I was actually asked, Melissa, and everyone asked me to do a Halloween thing, and I bought a big bushel of Halloween candy in preparation for making a trick with them, and then I proceeded to eat all of the candy, and I'm sorry. That's the best I could do. But the good news is that my neighbor, Jennifer, stopped by earlier this morning and knocked on my door. And she was like, hey, Ben, I have to tell you something. I have this box. It was from the previous owner, and she gave it to me, which was a little weird. And I was like, why are you doing this? And she's like, well, I probably should have told you this like a long time ago when you were looking at the place, but there was a man who was murdered in your condo. I was like, oh, great. Thanks for ruining my week. You didn't need to tell me that. I could have gone my whole life without knowing that. But I guess it makes sense why there's like noises at night. I guess that checks out. And she was like, yeah, there's this weird box. It was from the owners, and she gave it to me. And she told me apparently that this guy who lived alone in the condo that I'm currently residing in apparently used to like play with hardware. Like he had nuts and bolts and like nails and hammers that he would just tinker with. And then apparently one day he was murdered. They found him with a hammer in his head. Very cheery subject. So she gave me this box, and I was looking through it, and I wanted to show you what I found here. I found this this nut and bolt here. And it was, I mean, it's pretty, it's made out of brass, but it's just a nut on a bolt. And I wanted to make sure that you guys could see this. So let me let the camera actually zoom in. And theoretically, she said that if you can hear the ghost of this man at night tinkering around with his hardware, you might be able to see something kind of crazy. So if you watch the nut, let's see if we can summon that ghost here. Yeah, that's I'm glad you thought that was entertaining. I was terrified. I've been upset all morning, so I found that really, really creepy. But anyway, yeah, I was reading these notes that were in there. The box came with all of these notes, and I'm reading it as I'm putting on my Halloween costume for you guys, because I was told that I should dress in some sort of Halloween costume. I dressed up as Irony. Do you like it? No, seriously, AJ, I know you're laughing. I strapped an iron to my knee. So this was my go-to Halloween costume in college. It hasn't let me down once. So I'm losing the blood flow to my left foot, but that's okay. I thought it was worth it. But I was getting ready, and I was reading through these notes from this guy who had apparently been murdered in this condo. And the upsetting thing, the thing that I found even most upsetting, is it said, not only will I occupy this space forever, everyone has at least one ghost living in their house. So if you're with family right now, if you look to your right and you look to your left and you don't see that ghost, you're that ghost. Okay. Just thought you should know. But everyone should have a deck of cards here. I'm hoping everyone brought a deck of cards. If you do, grab it. I want all of you to take out your decks of cards, and I want you to pull out the 4 aces. So go through the decks. I want you to look for the 4 aces and just pull them out. If you don't have 4 aces, you could also pull out 4 kings or 4 queens, just something recognizable. But I like to do it with the aces. So everyone do that for me now. Trust me, this is a million times better if you follow along. So I'm watching many of you look down. Look for the 4 aces. Good, good, good. Take them out. And once you've taken out the 4 aces, set them on the table. And you also should hold the rest of the cards in your hand. We need 16 cards. So aside from the aces, I want you to deal a pile of 16 cards face down. So everyone do that for me now. You should have a pile of aces and a pile of 16 cards. And we're going to see if we can summon the spirits in your own homes. I'll pause for a second and let, I know some of you are still going through. I took the liberty of removing my aces and 16 cards, so I'm all set and ready to go. But when you guys are ready, when you have a pile of 16 cards and you have a pile of 4 aces as well, just raise your hand so I can see. I don't want to move too fast. All right, Lucky's got it. Tom, you've got it. AJ's got it. Excellent. Is there anyone else who are, Thank you for raising your hand, Carla. Anyone else who's still counting cards? I'm going to get going, so if you need me to pause, please unmute and speak up now. Okay, so we're off to the races. So we have 16 cards and the 4 aces. What I want each of you to do is you're going to put the 4 aces face up into the face down packet of cards, wherever you'd like. So just stick them in there, face up into face down. So all 4 aces should go into different spots, face up into the face down packet of cards. Great. So once you've done that, you can even shuffle these cards. You can give them a mix. So give them a little shuffle so you don't even know where the aces are. You can cut the cards. Just mix them up so you don't know where the aces are face up. Great. Okay, everyone hold the packet of cards in your hands like you're about to deal a game of cards. You're going to deal a pile of 10 cards face down just like me. So watch. So I'm just going to deal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You might see some aces in there. Just leave them face up. Deal the pile of 10 cards. Great. Now the rest of the packet in your hand, set it down next to them so you have 2 packets of cards. Now you're going to make some decisions here which will affect the final outcome. So you can choose either the cards on the right or the cards on the left, but one of the packets I want you to flip facing the other direction. So just flip that entire packet of cards over. It can either be the right or the left. Great. Now this is very important, so listen closely so you can follow the instructions. We're going to do what's called a perfect shuffle. And a perfect shuffle is every other card. So you're going to either start on the left or start on the right, and watch me so that you're following along. You're going to take one card and set it down, and then you're going to take a card from the other packet and set it on top of that one. And then you'll go back and forth, left, right, left, right, back and forth, left and right, and keep doing that until you've gone through both packets of cards. Now, as you're doing this, you're seeing cards face up, you're seeing cards face down. Some of the aces are face up, some of them are face down, depending on which packet you flipped. Now, I want you to hold the cards like you're about to deal a game of cards. And let me ask someone here. I'm going to ask, how about Dave? Dave Mejia? I'm sorry, M-E-J-I-A. Dave, I don't know how to pronounce your last name. Will you unmute, please? Dave, I chose you because of your dynamite background. M-E-J-I-A. Dave, will you unmute, please?
Dave Mejia.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for the save, AJ. Dave is still looking. It's okay, Dave. I might find someone else. Oh, that's okay. He said he's having trouble unmuting. Let me find someone else. How about, let's go with Peter Sherman. Peter, will you unmute, please?
I am unmuted.
Hey, I love your background, Peter. Do you play cards ever?
I play cards rarely.
Rarely. Okay. Have you ever played any games of cards? Like,
yes, I have. I only tell you that, Ben, because I have a brand spanking new deck of cards just for you.
Oh, man. Well, isn't that ironic?
Yes, it is.
Peter, do you ever play poker?
I have played poker, yes.
Okay, you have played poker. So, Peter, what we're going to do, all of us, we're going to deal 4 hands of poker. So everyone follow along. Make sure you follow along. I'm going to deal 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to continue dealing, making 4 piles. So deal 1, 2, 3, 4, and then just continue dealing on top so that you have some hands of cards, so that you have 4 hands of cards.
I have done so. Now, my grandmother always referred to cards as the devil's picture book.
Well, she's not incorrect, you know.
No, I would never question my grandmother.
Trust me, Peter, I just got booked to do a corporate show where they said I'm not allowed to use the word magic because of the religious connotation.
Yes.
So I understand.
All right. I like the fact that you're lying down on the table like that. That's good.
It's the only way that I can talk to you without moving the camera. And if I move the camera, you'll think I'm doing something suspicious. This is very uncomfortable for my neck.
Understood.
All right, let me ask someone else. How about, oh my God, there's so many people. How about Carla? Carla, will you unmute, please, for a moment?
I'm here.
Carla, you get to choose either even or odd. Name out loud either even or odd.
Even.
Even. Okay, so these packets, by the way, you have 4 piles. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. You said even, so everyone's going to pick up either 2 or 4 and hold them in your palms. And then you're going to pick up the other even pile. I picked up 2, so now I'm going to pick up 4. If you picked up 4, pick up 2. Put the other even pile on top in your hand. Great. Now you're going to combine the 2 odd piles. So put 1 on top of 3 or 3 on top of 1. And the cards in your hand, you can go ahead and set them down. So once again, you have 2 piles of cards. Lastly, you're going to choose one of the piles, either the left or the right, and you're going to turn the entire pile over facing the other direction and put it on top of the other pile. And once you've done that, once you've turned that pile over on top of the other pile, everything's assembled into one group. I want you to put that packet of cards back in the box. Just put that packet of cards back in the box. If the rest of the cards are in there, take them out and move them away. We just want those 16 cards back in the box. Great. Now, everyone should have those 16 cards back in the box. We shuffled them face up into face down. You guys cut the cards. You cut in different spots, and you decided which cards to flip face up. So it's kind of a mess. For instance, my card, you can leave yours in there. But if you look, mine, we've got face up cards. We've got face down. They're spread out. They're completely mixed up like that. Yes, 20 cards exactly, total. Excellent. So you should have all of those cards in your box right now. So mine are face up and face down, shuffled together. And if you recall, we shuffled these cards face up into face down. They got mixed together. They're face up into face down. But if it's true that we all have a spirit living in our house, supposedly these spirits can take action. And I'm hoping that as I shake this deck of cards, the ghost that haunts my condo is going through that deck of cards. And if you look, when I dump out all of the cards, there's nothing else in the box. When I dump those out, you'll see that that ghost has hopefully rearranged all of the cards facing down, except for the 4 aces. But you expected me to do something like that because I'm a magician. Each one of you, grab your packet of cards and shake it at your ear. Shake it at your ear. Imagine that the ghost in your house is unshuffling those cards, except for the 4 aces. And if you hear it, just maybe it happened, take out those cards and spread them out on the table in front of you. Spread them out on the table in front of you.
You have to be kidding me.
No way!
It's not possible. This is not possible. I saw all the cards.
That is crazy.
That's great.
That's fantastic.
Ben, I have the same set of cards as you. So I thought, oh, he's playing the trick because he has the wrong deck. But no, I have the same deck.
That's fabulous.
Oh, guys. Well, the good news is that worked for everyone. The bad news is it means all of your houses are haunted. So best of luck with that, everyone. Happy Halloween. I'll see you next time.
Happy Halloween to you, Ben.
Thanks.
This is incredible.
Very incredible.
We're going to be scratching our heads over this for a very long time.
Thank you. That was great.
Thank you, Ben.
My pleasure.
Incredible. Incredible. Hey, have a great Halloween, Ben.
Happy Halloween, guys. Eat a lot of candy.
Take care,
for me.
Ben. Yeah.
How about that?
All right.
Wow.
Anyone? Amazing, isn't it?
Oh, totally.
Wow.
That was incredible.
Jeez.
Wow. Okay. I'm speechless.